Hello, everyone. You're with Tanisha Ali, helping you to get clear, up level your mindset, clear and heal those emotional blockages, and manifest the glory of God that is within you. I am here today to talk to you about manifesting money on Monday. So we're going to be using today the Angels of Abundance deck. We're going to be using money and the Law of Attraction deck. And I decided to pull this one back out. Not in love with it, but it's okay. The Divine Money Goddess deck. So let's take a look at what some of the messages are. I have pulled the first message from, oh gosh, that dropped. The Prosperity Money Goddess deck, and this one is Love and Play with Your Money. So this particular card really talks all about, setting up a money date. Like you should have a time that you set aside to get cozy, I'm saying, with your money story. If you're avoiding your bills, if you're avoiding opening them up, you have to change the energy around that. You have to get to the point where, believe it or not, and when you get to this point, you'll see your money situation change. You have to get to the point where you actually look forward to your bills, or that you are grateful for your bills, because you begin to identify your bills with money that is going towards you being provided the luxuries in your life that you have. So you become grateful. Remember, the more grateful we are, the more our energy expands, the more our perspective expands. The less gratitude we have, the more our world contracts. The more we begin to see more contraction in our lives. We begin to feel more like crap. We begin to recycle the same old past storylines in our life at all times. So this card is talking about tracking your income, paying your bills, receiving your money. Keep your money date on one day each and every week, which is the time to really sit down and look at your numbers. I always recommend using a money app that you use to track your income and outgo, but also using an app that you use only to track your abundance, and sitting down and really looking at your numbers, like becoming very intimately aware of how you're spending your money, whether or not you're just honoring your money, whether you are taking your money for granted, where you're wasting, where the holes in your budget are, where the inconsistencies are. You'll be surprised what's going out when you're not tracking your money each time you spend it. So it's very important. So she says the scarcity side of this particular message is the woman who's living in scarcity, scrimping, going without, pays cheap and gets cheap. She buys the less expensive and hates it. She doesn't enjoy her life or what is. There's piles of unopened mail, payday loans, pawn shops, late fees, overdraft charges. This is where she discards her time and her money, meaning that there's not a value for herself ultimately, okay? She says love makes money flow, fear makes money flee. I believe that without beyond a shadow of a doubt. Love makes money flow. Why? Because love is a higher vibrational energy. When you're in a place of love, we're not talking about romantic love. We're talking about a state of grace, a state of gratitude, a state of deep appreciation for the gift of life. When you're in that place, in all areas of your life, even when you're experiencing challenge, you're going to find that more opportunities to create more of that same frequency flow to you. When you're in a place of fear, that's when you're in a place of contraction. That's when you're afraid. That's when you think everybody's out to get you. That's when you feel powerless. That's when you're unable to see your options. That's when you fall out of the flow of the natural vibration in which you exist in. When you exist in a state of fear, you're separated from spirit. And when you're separated from spirit, what else is your companion? Except what? Some people may call it the devil. Some people may call it lower vibrations. Some people may call it evil principalities. When you are separated from spirit, you become vulnerable to all of the negative forces around you. Okay, so the idea is to stay in harmony, to stay in a place of love, to be fearless about some of the things in your life that may be taking over your life, like being afraid of your bills, okay? Even if it's debt, it's money that you spent, that you did things with, that you had a ball with, or you took care of priorities, or you took care of necessities. So now it's time to just pay that back. So begin to look at it like that. Begin to change the energy around your money story, okay? And then we have the message from our Money and the Law of Attraction deck. Welcome to planet Earth. Okay, you're here to seek joy. This message is all about recognizing that Earth is a school. I think it was. I can't think of his name right now. Oh, can't think of his name, but he talked about Earth being, he talked about the Earth School. It could have been Gary Zukav. I'm not sure. But he talked about the Earth School, and I like to refer to that because we are here to learn and to get lessons. And we have a customized curriculum and a personal tutor that doles out the lessons that we're supposed to get along the continuum of life. And you will learn those lessons or you will flunk those classes. And each time you flunk those classes, you will be magically enrolled in another experience until you pass those classes. So this is very, very important to realize. So the message here is, if we were talking to you on the first day here, we would say, welcome to planet Earth. There is nothing that you cannot be, do, or have. And your work here, your lifetime career, is to seek joy. As you think thoughts that feel good to you, you will be in harmony with who you really are. Now, that's the dog, must be the hubby coming home. How is thinking thoughts of joy going to put you in harmony with who you really are? Why? Because your ground state is a perfect state of balance. Your ground state is a state of wholeness and perfection. That is who you were created. That's the essence in which you were created. When you came here, you needed everything you ever needed to thrive was already a part of your story. Your provisions were already guaranteed. So that's the energy that you need to be in, because that puts you in the energy of flow, the energy of life, the energy of divine receipt. So this is really, really important. Seek joy first, and all of the thoughts that you could ever imagine will come joyously and abundant to you. Seek joy, seek the higher vibration. Joy is a state of bliss that is not dependent upon external circumstances. Joy comes from within. Joy has nothing to do with what is going on around us. Joy is something that emanates as a result of us being aligned with our most natural and primordial energy. So seek joy and bliss, and everything else in your life will come, I promise. So this message here from our abundance, our Angels of Abundance deck, is reminding you to take a divinely guided change. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories as you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar but no longer appropriate for you. You make room for new opportunities, for new and more meaningful opportunities. So this card is about expansion, and this message is for those of you who are considering veering off the path and doing something that you feel called to do, but maybe you have not done it yet. Maybe you're not in your space of courage or your space of deep faith, and you have forgotten that any desire that you could possibly have comes to you naturally with the mechanics for its fulfillment. So there's no way that you can desire something without you having all of the tools and equipment within and without in order to bring that to fruition. So go ahead and take that leap. You're with Tanisha Ali of Butterfly Transformations. Join me on patreon.com/Tanisha Ali. It's in the description. We have just started our 30-day self-love challenge. We just finished our 11-day money manifesting challenge, and we're going to be having a challenge every single month to help you up-level your life, to help you get clear, to help you expand your consciousness, level up, level up, level up.